Coming up next, we've got a big treat.
Ooh, like a cookie?
No, Thorbert, I'd like to introduce our very first cereal.
Oh, like with milk?
No, not that kind of cereal, though now is probably a good time to get your breakfast finished up. But no, I am talking about an old-fashioned style detective cereal. You know, the type with mystery and intrigue and big crimes and bigger chases. This one is, of course, a little silly, but the mystery is still a thrill-a-minute. We take you now to the office of Ace F. Spades, private investigator.
It was 8 a.m. in the City of Angels, and I was already hard at work on my latest puzzle. Where are you? Come on. Aha! Found you. Thought you could get away, did you? Come here, you. Finally. 65 pieces and only 9 days later. This jigsaw puzzle is solved. Oh, and it's a clown! Case closed. Spades.
I'm looking for a detective.
Well, you got the best. Ace F. Spades, private eye. Who's this?
I am mejor, Mr. Spades. Luis Mejor.
The film producer?
Is this line secure?
I'm in the trust business, Mr. Mayor. If we don't have trust, we don't have business.
I only ask, detective, because my case involves a certain celebrity. And if word got out that they were in trouble, well...
It would hurt your movie?
The movie, the studio, perhaps all of Hollywood without being too dramatic. If word leaked to the press, it would be all over. Do you know of Little Boots?
Do I?
That's what I'm asking you.
There wasn't a man, woman, or dog alive that hadn't heard of Little Boots, the most famous cat in Hollywood. Every year, tens of millions of moviegoers flock to the cinema to see the latest Little Boots adventure. That adorable orange cat with a heart of gold was a national treasure.
Little Boots, Mr. Spades, has been kidnapped.
What? Do you know who did it?
I'm hoping you might be able to figure that out.
Right, of course. I'll take the case.
Thank you, Mr. Spades. And please, remember the number one rule in Hollywood.
What's that?
Never talk to the press.
I jumped in my car and headed over to Apex Pictures as fast as the stop-and-go morning traffic would let me, only to be met with more stop than go.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Spades. You're not on the list. You don't get on the lot.
What part of urgent secret mission do you not understand, pal?
I'm sorry. No one gets on without express permission from Mr. Mejor himself.
I'm here as a guest of Mr. Mayor himself.
I'll have to call this in.
Getting through security was more difficult than I'd planned. By the time my pass was written, Little Boots and her kidnapper could have been all the way to Montana.
All right, you're clear to go, Mr. Spades. Enjoy your visit.
Given the tight security around here, I knew I was dealing with an inside job, so I started my investigation as inside gets. Little Boots' dressing room. Good gig being a Hollywood cat. The joint was bigger than both my office and apartment combined, which, to be fair, they already are. Instead of sofas or chairs, the floor was covered in big, fluffy pillows of all shapes and sizes, like the kind your mom keeps on her bed but never sleeps on for some reason. There were several shelves festooned with golden trophies and awards, and hanging all around the room, so many they looked like the wallpaper, were Little Boots movie posters. In every one, Little Boots stood proudly at the center in full Technicolor. Her bright blue eyes and long orange hair were unmistakable and just so cute. Which is why the small clump of black hair I found on one of those pillows felt too suspicious to pass up. I'll just keep this for later. Black hair in the dressing room. I had a clue. Now it was time to shake a leg and find a suspect.
Oh,
Pardon me, I
excuse
didn't see
me.
you there.
Is she in?
You haven't heard?
I have a 10 a.m. with Ms. Boots, and I don't expect to be held up. Bill Warren, the Hollywood Scoop.
A reporter?
Heard what?
That Little Boots is Missing all appointments today because she's got a big scene coming up and needs to prepare.
Oh, I had no idea Little Boots was such a diva.
Not worth reporting about, surely.
My readers want to know everything. Mr.
Spades. Ace F Spades. I'm a private I'm a private person.
Sorry.
You know the number one rule in Hollywood, don't you?
Follow the money.
That's a fine idea. Would you excuse me?
And what am I supposed to do?
I hear jigsaw puzzles are a swell time.
Well, I was asked to be here.
Spades, you genius, you've still got it. But with the press already hot for a story, I'd have to be more careful.
Cut!
Whoops!
Can't you see we're trying to shoot a film here?
Sorry, I'm looking for a... Say, I know you. Yeah, you're Claretta Price, the famous actress. I'd recognize those dark eyes and raven hair anywhere.
I used to be. Things have changed since they made the pictures talk. Now I'm Claretta Price, cat film director. And you are standing in the middle of my set.
You direct Little Boots?
Until this morning, I did.
When's the last time you saw her?
Why are you on my set?
Ace F Spades, private eye.
I'd be careful here, Detective. There may be one or two people who don't want Little Boots found.
And why is that?
I've got one more scene left today. Mr. Spades, you move off my set. Let me finish shooting, and I'll meet you at the commissary in an hour.
You're still shooting the picture without Little Boots.
Well, you know the number one rule in Hollywood, I'm sure.
I thought I did.
The show must go on. All right, people, let's roll that camera!
I'll just see myself out.
Excuse me, Mr. Spades.
Oh, it's you again, the reporter.
I still want my interview, and I'd like to know what your studio is going to do to fix this.
Sorry, kid. I don't work for the studio.
Then why were you in Little Boots' dressing room?
Look, the facts and figures of my case are strictly confidential between me and Mr. Mayor.
Case? You're a detective.
Yeah, I'm... No...
Something's happened here, hasn't it? To Little Boots. Little Boots has been kidnapped!
Shh! What are you trying to do? Tell the whole world?
Yes!
Stop writing. There's no story, all right? Nothing bad is happening here.
Look out!
Oh!
Oh my goodness! That sandbag fell from the ceiling. It almost crushed us.
That's no sandbag. That's kitty litter.
Kitty litter? Then this was no accident. Look, in the rafters.
Yeah, I see it. A shadowy figure. Did that shadowy figure just meow?
They're getting away!
They've got Little Boots! After them!
Whoa! Little Boots is missing, and everyone's a suspect. What an exciting mystery!
That's where it ends?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Yeah, but who did it? Who stole the kitty? I gotta know!
Well, Thorbert, you and all our friends out there are just gonna have to tune in to the next episode of The Get Up Show to find out.
What? Oh, that's good. That is good, man. I see. Hook 'em and reel 'em in. Marketing.